Hey everyone, Rick here, and today a couple packages arrived. One from the Board Game Geek store, and then another one that had, among other things, my mom's Mother's Day present. Yes, it is really early, but when you are as big of a procrastinator as I can be, getting it as early as possible is sometimes the way to go. So inside of this package from the Board Game Geek store is really more of complete games, not just promos. This is probably my largest order of complete games that I've ever bought from the Board Game Geek store. And that's because they are constantly filling up their store with Japanese games and other Asian games. So if I can take a look and see what we got in here. So the first one we have is Alpaca Paka Paka, which looked hilarious, trying to make apparently the largest necked alpaca you possibly can. What a charming little game. Even if it just sits on the shelf, it looks adorable. And I just love how all these boxes are just so compact. This is Bluffing Fighter. And just some of the neat artwork on that. And this is Yin Yang Dice, which once you play it just looks really quite beautiful on the table with the different translucent dice. And then we have the one promo in this whole thing, which is alternate art player boards for Takenoko. And I am all about Takenoko. This, which is really kind of cool packaging, it's just kind of a foil bag called Dawn of the Dice. More dice. Then we have this little game called Terrostoria. Again, I am sorry, I do not know much about any of these. And some of them do have English rules, as noted there. But BoardGameGeek.com is the ultimate reference for all these. I just basically read brief descriptions. Like, for example, this one's all about rolling dice and writing things down. So I think there's actually a pencil in here, too. Yep. Mostly it's just for the charming art and quick gameplay, which a lot of these offer. This looked hilarious, but I mean, isn't that crazy? Cats and balloons. Yeah, so right there, that's a pretty nice translation. Let's bro up the biggest balloon. This is the card game, like as thin as ice. Like as thin ice with aiming the unstable limitation. Okay. And this is the biggest box game, which is just gorgeous. All about putting these different colored... Why isn't that focusing very well? There we go. Different colored blossoms on lily pads. So you have different lily pads laid there, and then you have blossom tokens that you put out. They almost look like laser cut blossom tokens. But doesn't that just look really cute? So that is another one. And that's a Bruno Cathala game. Imagine that. So that's a big name designer right there. I did not even realize that. I think Z Garcia from the Dice Tower is a big Bruno fan. He may have already reviewed that one. Who knows? Okay, so I saved the most controversial for last. If you follow the Board Game Geek website at all, I guess I shouldn't say at all, but in their Geek store announcement, kind of announcing the new arrivals when they had this slime adventure, the mystical forest. It looks pretty cool, kind of like I guess some people were thinking it looked like a video game package, kind of. But it's all about you are the slime monsters, and you are trying to attack these adventurers, these female adventurers, as they come through the forest. But the thing is, as pointed out by Nick Minahan from Board Game Brawl, the art in this game is very mature. There's different levels of how far the slime monsters are going to, devour the adventurers. So you'll have one where the slime monster looks like it's attacking the female character, and then the next one, it just gets progressively worse and worse. It looks like the slime monster's doing inappropriate things to the adventurer by the end. So that caused quite a stir and actually got that Geek Store announcement moved to the Religion, Sex, and Politics forum on Board Game Geek. That's hilarious. First time ever a store announcement was moved to the RSP forum. So good job, Nick from Board Game Brawl. And he was just trying to point out that some people, when you look at it, would not know that that was what was in here. And if you buy this game for your children and then all of a sudden you see these cards, that's kind of disturbing. So just, it may have been wise of them to try to point that out ahead of time, that something like that was happening. And it looks like these two may have come from the same company, similarly with these two. So that's kind of cool. I didn't realize that before buying them. They had others. I didn't get every single game that they added to the Geek Store, believe it or not. But I just love these little kind of novelty Asian games. The art is always so charming in most cases. Okay, so that is that, folks. Thank you so much for taking a look at my latest Board Game Geek Store unboxings. The reason I really like doing these is to let you know this stuff is out there. BoardGameGeek.com. Check out the Geek Store. These games are for sale. They are no longer limited to those who only travel to like Japan for the Tokyo game market shows and that kind of thing. You can now start to get these games, and the more we support Board Game Geek bringing them in, the more they will bring in. So definitely check them out. And as always, thank you for watching, and until next time.